for the World Series trout. That is a beautiful way to start off a morning. Nice 16, 17 inch fall trout. That trout crushed that top water to matrix mullet. Let's see what all we can get into today. I'm talking about our first little run of them trestle tanks. That is a stud right there, baby. That's what we talking about. That's what we looking for. Just peeking around today, seeing what's going on. Holy jolly. There's another one on the Holy Jolly. What I find the first run of fish here, when I do get them on the track, the first fall World Series run, it's usually some really good ones. There's a stud, baby. I'll tell you something about these trout. When you get them coming up and shaking that mouth like that, that's where that term yellowmouth comes from. And when I start fishing the trestle in the fall, right when I start seeing water temperatures hitting the 70-degree mark, that's when I start giving it a peek. Now, I'm not killing them right now, but this is the first run. And like I said, that first run is going to be these big hammers. Big, beautiful tanks. I really enjoy doing this. And when it does hit that 70-degree mark, the water temperature, that naturally happens to be around that World Series time of MLB. And that's why these big, beautiful yellowmouths are known for the World Series trout. Let's see if we can get a couple more of these guys. All right, I got a nice little incoming tide. Little fall morning. I'd rather a falling tide in the fall, but either way is fine as long as it's moving. We got a big front coming through later on today, so these fish are charged up a little bit. They biting a little bit better than I expected, especially since I was just coming to check it. No telling how long these fish have been here. And it's only gonna get better. I'd say the premier water temperature is like 65. That's what you really like. And we're just throwing that 3/8 ounce black platinum with the Holy. Chunk it out there. Give it about a 10 count before you bounce it off the bottom. And you know me, I like to pop it real hard. Pop, 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 pop. Reel in your slack. Let it settle back to the bottom. And the whole time you want to keep your eyeballs peeled, looking at your line. Watching your lines, it's going to tell you when them strikes occur. A lot of these strikes are occurring pretty close to the bridge, so I'm not really working it all that far out. Now what will happen is once this front passes through, it'll dirty up this end with them big north and northwest winds. But it'll keep the boats off of here if it does start trying to get crowded. And then the moment it slicks off again, bam. You'll be, if you're the first boat over here, they'll really be eating, as you know, these fish will get a break from any kind of boat pressure and they'll be eager to feed. That's a good one if it's a trout. I think this might be a drum. That's a trout. Just digging. That's a trout. Come on up here, baby. Woo-woo. That one had me fooled. He's so big and thick and strong. Thought that was a drum digging down. That holy joly. Look at these fish, y'all. These are some toads. Toads. You gotta remember, you can only keep 2 per person over 20 inches, so I'm gonna have to measure this fish and see. As I know, most of these are right on that 18 to 22 inch mark. These are the Louisiana hammers. It's awesome when you come out to the trestle, everything, and they're all these big hammers. I like to always come check it before the crowds get out here. Because once that word gets out, it gets out like wildfire. Come on up here. And these big trout, they don't really like crowds, so we always try to stay one step ahead. I'll just check it. No, you know, a lot of times knowing I'm probably not going to get a bite, but every once in a while you come in here and try it, and bam, they're here. And then what'll happen is once the boat's really packing here and word gets out, then I'll start targeting the other bridges or other structural situations like the hospital wall, maybe some old beat up pilings. And these big trout, they do not like to get harassed day in and day out. So they will move on you once that boat pressure really kicks in. But once these big beauties come in the lake, it's not just the trestle they hang out at. You know, you've been seeing us catching a lot of fish in the grass, shallow, throwing hard baits. That stays good throughout the fall. But as temperatures drop, these bridge pilings, deeper water, 8, 10, 12 foot structure and tide, that starts yielding these hammers like this right here. What we got? That's too fast for a drum. This has got to be a trout. Oh, how lucky did I get on that one? Oh my goodness gracious. Look at the freaking girth on these guys. Holy smokes. That is some straight hammers, y'all. All right. Whenever you get these big giant trout like this, choking that holy joly down, they got them fang teeth, so you want to watch it. I like to use fluorocarbon or matrix fluoro when I'm doing this, and if you catch a few of these big hogs like this choking it down, you're going to want to retie after every 2 or 3 fish, as they're going to fray it, because they're putting that holy joly all the way down in the back of that yellow mouth right there. Baby, be a trout. Oh yeah, look at that head shake. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's a stud. That's a stud. Come on. Come on up here. I mean, these are some absolute toads. Absolute toads. Had a really beautiful cloudy morning. We're fishing right before a big front, so I had to start off with a little top water. Had a little bit of action in there, nothing special in the shallows, so I decided to mosey on over to some deeper water. Saw that you know, that water temperature was cool enough to give this a try. Come over here to a super pleasant surprise, and this is what one of my favorite things to do. This is our first little run of these World Series trout. Decided to try that holy joly, and they chewing it down. They choking it. But I hope you enjoyed this episode. Fishing a little topwater first, big trout second, on the bridges. One of our favorite things to do, as you guys know. Make sure to subscribe to the monthly bait box. Get your hands on some holy jolies. That'll be in there. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, as we got plenty of bridge episodes, and this will definitely not be the first of this fall season, winter season, as we get into it. Hope you enjoyed this one, guys, and until next time, good fishing.